All right, let's talk about today. We was able to make 1% on the Express account. You can see right here. I'm going to then jump into the trading view, and then we're going to see how we was able to get that. Um, Again, if you don't know this, I trade. Usually, I let the first arrow go by. This time, I was trading London session, so I traded London session. And on the same breath, you take the 130. So this is 130 right here. You can see right here, and then after 130, I let one arrow go by. So that means I can start trading at 230. It's the same principle I do in New York, but I just used it in London. And what that told me was once we came at 230, so I'm gonna move this over here. This is 230 right here. Once we saw I was at 230, I could clearly see, in my opinion, this is a market maker sell model. If you don't know what that is, I talked about it. I talked about it on the channel. I got it on Discord. Feel free to jump in Discord. Basically, that is a market maker sell model, in my opinion. Where if I zoom out just a little bit, you can see that this is to be a 15-minute fair value gap if you go to a higher time frame. With this being the start of the market maker sell model right here. So we came into here, manipulate, making this be your low risk sell right here, low risk sell somewhere up in here, and then getting in for that first leg of distribution right here. So I just kind of like mark these out. Don't want anybody first stage distribution right there. Now, once we have a first stage of distribution right here, we'll be looking for a second stage, which would be this would be your quote unquote second stage. So I'll zoom in a little bit more. After we come down, I would come up. First, getting in position, we drop lower. That's the first stage. So this is the first stage delivery. So what I'm looking at is this being the original consolidation. We have sell side below it, and I'm looking for us to make one more stab below here, making that be a second stage distribution. So you can see we got one more leg to go lower. In my opinion, this was looking for this is good for sale. As you can see again, this is 230. So I was looking at here, and as this candle, because again I'm looking at here, as this candle shrink up to this aura block right here, I started to get into some positions. Can't really see my aura block. There you go. I'll start getting in positions right here. So I'll start shorting it right here at the aura block. Stop loss was literally above here, I want to say. Pretty much I was monitoring this midnight open. I didn't want us to come back up here above here. I'm looking at, but if I really wanted above that high right there. So that, in my opinion, was a high that I was wanting to stay intact until we float lower. And then once we start moving lower, that's when I start moving my stop loss lower. But as this trade was playing out, so we literally got in right here. It got a little drawdown. Of course, as you can see, it got a drawdown. I didn't want it to get above this high or this high. We started trending lower. As we trending lower, this is where I start putting. So this is when I start putting more in the trade. So then my entry started looking like a little bit like this, and then my stop loss was literally moved it down just a little bit. So it was up here, and then I moved it down a little bit above this high right here. As we were playing out, I wanted to go for these equal lows. And I wanted to, if I was to backtrack this, you see what I'm talking about. So at the time, let me zoom in a little more. At the time of this trade, I wanted to go for 1030 open. This is being extended 1030 open, so I thought it was a good target we could hit. And what happened was I was going for this target. As this candle was playing out, I literally put my TP right here. So at that point, it was like 560, 580, or wherever right here. And then if it does take profit, it was gonna be like an $800, 750, $800, something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. Because I was wanting for this to come down a little bit lower. You can see, got stopped in profit. And as you can see, it came back up, came back up, came back up. Manipulate this highs one more time, then jolted back lower, hitting ultimately the targets right here. So that's why I like the win. The win is what it is. At that point, getting this low, I'm okay with taking partials and or just like, hey, I'm getting out with the 1% and then letting it go farther, X, Y, Z. So that was just pretty much a trade recap on that. And then, like I said, if you wanted to go down to 1 minute, you can start seeing, like I said, I just stay on 2 minutes, but you can see some more confirmation entries when we inverse this for value gap right here. This bullish for value gap, inverse this. That could have been some more confirmations. Again, for me personally, I didn't need to see that. I just literally saw that we stacked these equal high lows right here, weighing one more stab lower, got it, and that was it for that. So Yeah, that was, like I said, that was all the trade. Like I said, I was looking at London session, and just to try, trade more. I want to get some more videos about London session. Hopefully I can see some more setups of some more opportunities, because New York has been a little different with this with this shutdown. Like, this shutdown has been really wonky, in my opinion, just for the way price action, it's not moving as smooth as I'm seeing. And for my strategy, I'm seeing New York not offer as much, but I am seeing London session is doing a lot better. For me, for personally me, I'm seeing my strategy a little more. It's easily, consistently, I'm able to understand withdraw liquidity and all the good stuff. So I will be looking London, probably looking into London sessions a lot more as we be moving forward. But yeah, it's just pretty much as simple as that. Simple trade, nothing crazy. Um, Go down to 15 minutes. I don't think it was really nothing. Yeah, it was nothing really to highlight or talk about on this one. It was just simple. I feel very confident going higher. This is manipulation. Midnight respecting all this, and we're going lower. So, and we ultimately going really lower to this, but you can see we manipulate one more time. But it's okay. So nothing crazy. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to dry out too long, but that was just good. I wanted to break it down. Like I say, if you were having struggle or having problems in New York, definitely feel like you can go to London session, Asian session. It's the same stuff. I just know that your strategy is your strategy, and know if you need to go hunt your strategy, that's what you need to be doing. More of, like I said, New York is not giving it just because of the shutdown, and it's a very probability that's what's happening, because I use the Forex calendar news drivers to influence the way I trade. So without having news, having 8:30 news, having 10 o'clock news, it's kind of throwing things off in my opinion. But like I said, we just got to try to adapt to the best of our ability, and yeah. But I don't make this video too long. I don't make a psychology video. It's just pretty much showing y'all what I'm doing, taking trades, and all that good stuff. So, see you on the next one.